I think XRP is about to go absolutely insane. We're not talking about 5%. We're not talking about 10%. We're not talking about 100% gains. I didn't put this shirt on for nothing, guys. I specifically went to the store to buy this today because right now Bitcoin is popping off. But please understand, when I make a video about Bitcoin, it is not because I'm only bullish on Bitcoin. It is because I understand the cycle works in the exact same way every single time, and it's going to repeat itself. That is, Bitcoin gains first. Later on, it moves into altcoins. Coins like XRP will greatly outperform coins like Bitcoin. But the start of new rallies start with Bitcoin. When I look at my comment section, I see so many people being disappointed I talk about Bitcoin, or they say we don't care about it, we only care about XRP or about insert their crypto, 𝗕𝗓𝗪. Actually, a question for you guys. Which crypto are you most bullish on? And do you want to succeed the most? Let me know in the comment section down below. But please understand, I am giving you guys the absolute easiest path to making money in crypto. And if that includes talking about Bitcoin, if that includes talking about gold, if that includes talking about how we're going to have to start beating up trees, I will tell you about it. Remember guys, I always tell you to press that like button because we're one big family. We're all in this same journey together. And again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I've done extremely well in investing. And I just think it can teach a lot of people something. So when I talk about Bitcoin then, it's not because it's just fun to talk about. Because it could be, but that's not the main reason. It's because there is a certain purpose. And right now, XRP is in an interesting position. We had some more breaking news. Judge Therese signs an order officially dismissing the case against Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larsen. Anyway, please understand this. We are working every single day to look for the proper investment path. And that means to see what is worth buying right now versus what is worth buying in the future. And that's also what we reflect. If we're purely talking about, hey, if I want to buy one thing, not look for 10 years, which is going to get me the most results, questions like that are simple yet very hard. The reason I say simple is because most crypto assets will do exceedingly well. So the question as to why it becomes hard is just which one will really do the best and which one will last 10 years, because 10 years is a long ass time. Things get easier if you're asking which asset will greatly perform and I will keep up with it every 3 months to readjust if necessary. Because then all of a sudden your pool of cryptos becomes so large and almost any coin at the top is très bien, beautiful. And I personally base my investment thesis on risk to reward, meaning we look at, hey, how risky is this? What is the probability of complete failure? And how much will we make? What's the return? Can I turn $1,000 into $1 million if this does actually do well? All right, and now before we move on, you guys must know I love freebies. And whenever I find a good opportunity for you guys to earn yourselves some additional crypto, I always like to share it. And so today, I've partnered up with some guys that explain that every single person who uses the link down below will get an airdrop. So this means free crypto airdrop to you for doing something, and that specifically is downloading this crypto wallet. Again, if you do not use the link down below, you will not be eligible for this airdrop, and it's gonna be in the Islamic coin. If you don't know, Islamic coin is the coin of the 𝗲𝗂 blockchain network. And the idea there is basically that the first Sharia compliant crypto, but they've got a massive audience and they've got massive amounts of funding, partially in token, obviously, but also I believe they raised $400 million for the project. And as far as I've seen over on X, they're also doing pretty good over on the listing side, and they're just expanding quite quickly. But I'm not here to talk too much about their token or their coin that basically is the center of the 𝗲𝗂 network, but more specifically about the 𝗲𝗂 wallet, because as you guys understand, if there's a free airdrop, one of the points of my channel is to try and make everybody millionaires. If there's free stuff to get, of course I should be covering that. So please check it out with the link down below, because I believe that every single person will get an airdrop, and I'm not sure what the amount is going to be or if it's going to be different per person. But I know that some people whom I've talked with this about already got a pretty sizable chunk. What if it's like $1,000 or some people might get? It's worth trying. Again, I'm never saying, hey, put all your crypto on a different wallet. I'm saying make sure you go ahead and check it out. These guys have been doing pretty well in the crypto space for a while now with some massive partnerships and massive exchange listings. And I really wonder how they're going to continue on over the next couple of months, as they've got themselves a pretty good audience. Regardless of what you think of their principles, if you're purely thinking from a money-making perspective, it's a pretty good project. And I honestly, guys, wanted to cover it a little bit earlier, but sometimes I'm a bit slow. Unfortunately, the price is already a very, very high chunk upwards. As you can see, it started here at about 5 cents. Right now, it's already 28. And I could have actually been a little bit earlier, but at least that means that most likely the airdrop will be pretty juicy. So just check it out with the link down below. Oh, because I'm so excited, but I'll let you guys do it and let's go on with the video. Just to put into perspective, I've invested in hundreds of different companies and crypto tokens. My main occupation is venture capital investing, and so I can tell you with a great amount of certainty that if you master the game of failure and master the game of patience, oh boy, will this crypto stuff be rewarding. Because the way I see it is, even if you fail 99 times, you only have to succeed once and it'll encompass all your losses. People seem to not get this. I explained this to them when we talk about trading, and they're like, huh, but you're a bad trader, you're losing money. Understand. Let's say you go to a casino and you play roulettes. A lot of people understand this. And you can bet on black or red. But you also have the zero, where the house has a little edge. If you bet on black consecutively, everybody knows you will lose money. You get lucky for a bit, so if you step away at the right time, you can probably win. But if you always do the same thing, you'll end up losing because the casino has an edge. So in theory, that's not a real good trade to take or a real good thing to go for. That's because the reward is only double, yet the risk, or we should say the probability of succeeding, is slightly less than half, meaning your expected return from this investment or choice is negative, basically, or it's slightly below 1. If we were to say, you know what, your risk here is just below 50%, but your return is 10x, all of a sudden your expected value is, let's just say along 5, all of a sudden it becomes, a lot more interesting. Let's just say the probability of success is very small. It's 10%, meaning you have to try this thing 10 times for yourself to win once. But the return is 400 times, meaning if you invest 10 times, none of the times you'll lose money. But the one time you'll get 400 times your money back. Well, a lot of people could say, well, you're a bad trader because you only win 10 out of 100. You know, you only have a win rate of 10%. You suck. But then we look at how much profit they're making, and it's insane. Because, again, when they do end up winning, those wins are big. And this is a concept you have to understand as we get further and further into the bull market, which is why we're going to go crazy on altcoins. Many people are going to look at only a couple of my videos and say, Dusty, you are garbage at investing because these coins you talked about went to zero. And I'll come back and say, you see, but we here have a strategy. And our strategy is spray and pray. Go for so many altcoins because we understand the system. We've been through this for the last decade. We understand that many of them will fail, but the ones that do end up succeeding could be your Shiba Inu story. How do we make so much money off of Shiba Inu? How do we make so much money off of memes? By just spraying and praying, because the season is allowing for nearly everything to go up. You just have to be lucky to find the right one. But if you're not actively going and investing and going crazy, you will not find it. The people that will actually make the hundreds of millions or billions of dollars are either the ones that have invested in fundamental at a proper round with lots of money or got pretty lucky. Phase number one, the one I just talked about here, is more for the investors that are already established because it's a lot harder to get into those projects, to get into those nice prices. The second category, this can be both. This can be investors that have been doing it for a decade, but also investors that just started yesterday. Why I'm saying this is because even in circles around me, people that are just starting out, there's a 17-year-old guy. I have to be a little bit careful in saying too much because we're talking about a crypto content creator here that made $200 million or so in a year. But a 17-year-old guy that worked as an intern, I believe made $10, $15 million from just saying, hey, I'll do whatever work I can, just give me work for free. And that was interesting to me, where that person probably had zero expectation of making big money, just wanted to get started, try something out, made $10, $15 million in about a year and a half. And the same thing is going to happen to so many of my viewers. I am 100% convinced that, let's say we've got 1,000 people watching, right? that 10 out of those will make tens of millions of dollars starting from absolutely nothing. 100 of those will make millions of dollars starting with almost nothing. And the majority will make millions of dollars, but they started with something. They had something to go for, or they've been looking at these videos for a longer amount of time. There'll still be a minority though of people who are like, it's probably not true. I'm probably not able to make so much money. And those are the ones that will fail. Not because they don't have the skills, not because they don't have the mind, not because they lack something. The only thing they lack in reality is trust in themselves to be able to do it, because a bull market is just that simple. Get it into your head. Show this to your children. Show this to your parents. If you are investing in a bull market and you lose money, perhaps it's time to start a new career. Maybe go for something else, because it is actually hard to do bad in a bull market. Hey, let's go for a little fun experiment here. Bookmark this video. Comment down below whether you agree or disagree with me, and let's look back at this video in about a year, perhaps even 2 years from now. I will guarantee you right now, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm a person with a reasonable mind here, that anybody investing in the crypto space right now, if a bull market were to come, will be in profit, at least at some point throughout the next couple of years. If it's not the case, I might have to eat a shoe or something, because I can't comprehend that somebody is actively that good at destroying themselves, because even if you buy garbage in a bull market, you'll make crazy amounts of money. So what I want you guys to do is to go ahead and make sure you keep pressing those like buttons on these videos. I'm going to be sharing so much information with you over the next couple of weeks if this push sets through and it's not just a bull trap. Because on the one hand, I've said just now that anybody investing will probably make it big. I agree. But there's a difference between making it, you made it, you made money, okay, and making it big, doing the best you absolutely can. I know a lot of you guys are dedicated to try get to that best of the best level. So on this channel here, I guarantee you, we're gonna be the best out of all these motherfrickers out there. We're gonna keep a track record of just how good we do on this channel. And I personally believe we're gonna beat everybody out there. I don't think there's gonna be a single channel out there who's gonna be doing better on the community part than us. I believe this from the bottom of my heart. No trading channel, no nothing. Please don't think this is an ego game. I'm just telling you, we've been doing too much research for this to fail. I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are too. Things are about to go really, really nicely. And I'll see you guys again, hopefully, in another crypto video somewhere later today.